It is a million degrees outside. Not like right now, but generally this week. I know a lot of you guys are probably experiencing this big heat wave. Sorry we have not really gotten back on a schedule with videos. I got really sick last week, had some food poisoning, and I just could not like get past it. Ended up going to the doctor on Monday. Today's Wednesday to get some medication. Oh gosh, we're foggy. Sorry, we're gonna be back into the condensation season, and I'm feeling a lot better, but I was pretty sick. Jeremy actually stayed home with me a couple of days because I was really struggling to get past the food poisoning. We are down to just a few babies left. Mr. Andy's still here. Both Biscuit and Pancake are gone, and so are Mocha and Raisin. Somebody is supposed to be picking up S'more today, and then of course Chunk, Miracle, and Marshmallow are sold as well, and they their farm is having a bit of a herd health issue, and so they're staying with us until they get all that sorted. We're milking, so that's exciting, but it's changed up our routine a little bit. So I'm gonna get food ready and we'll do our new morning routine. So I've done this with all the scoops, so see how it goes. So I have so many things that I need to do this summer. I'm gonna have to really scrape the barn down. Can't close any of the gates to the kennels except for the one closest to the milking room right now because the dirt bed has built up so high. So I've got to like shovel it basically down. So what I have to do is kind of feed everyone while I milk. So we have to feed everyone else first. It actually works out a little bit better because once I'm milking, I can just take everything inside. So we're just kind of feeding backwards. And apparently we have some moles around here. Good morning. Good morning. How are my friends? How are my pig friends? Let's get our other bowl. We're gonna put it in the feeder. Come on, guys. Ready for breakfast. So we're ready for breakfast, Mom. They're a little frustrated because obviously I haven't been filming when I've been doing this, so they haven't really had to wait. But this just worked out really well for us. The babies are eating. While most of the crying has stopped, honestly, Chunk is the only one that still screams a lot. I did post everybody for sale yesterday, and I think I've sold s'more and waffles, but I have had very few bites on the girls, and I think that's because price, honestly, which I can't really do anything about. I've sold does for the same price for the last 3 years, so I know my price isn't unreasonable. Just not a lot of people are wanting a cheaper animal, and I guess it feed's too expensive at this point. Good morning. It's time for our breakfast, Mom. Time for our breakfast. Now, Pig, you've had breakfast. You do not need to be over here eating their breakfast. Go back and eat your breakfast. So this is why we're obviously doing things the way that we are because if their breakfast is on the ground in a bowl, the pigs will just eat it. So get their breakfast up off the ground where the pigs can't get to it. What I'm having trouble is the pigs aren't moving that red feeder around. It's over there because the pigs literally moved it over there when we were on vacation. Hopefully the next week or so, we'll reset everything and they'll have that big area. We may start letting them out here again. What's gonna happen is once those 3 are picked up and S'more is picked up, I'll be down to know. Really what I would love is Andy is still in here with Twiz and I probably need to wean him, but I have just not wanted to endure another round of the screaming. But I can't put him over there by himself. If I sell S'more today, there will be no buddy for him when I wean him. And so he's got to move because he's old enough to breed. So my hope is to get him sold pretty quickly. And once he's sold, if all I have left is chai and oatmeal, sorry, they'll just move back in with the big girls. It's been unusual for me not to sell does pretty quickly. You know, my price could be too high, but again, I've sold babies for the same thing. People are looking for a cheap animal and the market is really flooded right now because it's that time of year. So it may just be there's too many on the market. And so what I can do is if I can't sell them for the right price, they're not really worth selling to me significantly lower because of the money that it takes to raise them. And the bet here is I can go ahead and register them with us, put them back with my main herd, grow them up to a year, and then sell them as a ready to breed doe, sell them as a bred doe for more. Now it's gonna cost me obviously to keep them, but 2 little babies for a year is not a whole lot. They are not gonna stay as permanent family members, but we can definitely figure it out. My guess is I did an ad on all the Facebook groups that I'm part of. My guess if I put them on Craigslist, they'd sell pretty fast. Okay, you guys ready? Is it time to eat and be milked? All right, let's do it. So the camera overheats, so you didn't get to see everybody get milked, but we are milking Nani, Pixie, Zelda, Padme, and Poppy. So 5 right now, and we'll also milk Twiz. Probably what I will do is pick the 4 highest capacity girls and milk them and dry the other 2 off. I don't need more than that. If I can get a good ½ gallon of milk, that's really all I want. As far consumption, I'll do another video where I go through my milking supplies again. For anybody who's new, we're gonna give this to the pigs. So we had a little over ½ gallon today out of 5 goats, which is not great, and it's the heat. they're not eating. So they spend most of the day in the barn, and like even if I gave them hay, they wouldn't eat a lot because it's so hot. So it's hard to just keep production up because it's unusually hot and it got hot fast. So like we got back from Orlando 2 weeks ago today, and it was like 58 degrees when we landed and raining. Look, it was very nice for like a couple of days. The highs were in the upper 70s, low 80s. And then like pretty immediately it went into the mid 90s with heat indexes in the hundreds. So we've definitely heated up. We can fish these guys' bowls again. I bet I'm not gonna get both. Go, pig. I filled up their piggy pools. So Jeremy bought them another one the other day when I was sick, and they have 2 pools because they're really too big to share. And that is basically our morning routine. We're gonna go down and open the nets. I got my other charger to work. What we realized with the charger that we had, the non-Premier one charger, was it just doesn't have as much battery, so it needed to charge up in the sun to be powerful enough to run those nets. It's just barely okay on charge to run 2 nets. We figured out it's the board that's fried on the Premier 1 nets. I also splashed milk all over my eggs, which is gross, but here we are. We're gonna go open the gates. They're really not getting out, to be honest with you. It is so hot, they don't really leave to go anywhere. I'm filling up water probably 2 or 3 times a day for everyone. So they're drinking a lot, but our production is down because of the heat. So I started milking 4 goats, and 4 goats were getting me more than half gallon, probably like a cup to a cup and a half over. Everybody was milking 2 to 3 cups. Poppy was milking close to 4 because she's my part Nubian, so she just naturally has more capacity than an IG. Heat has just killed this, to the point that I came out one day and we had like a quart for 4 goats. Like everybody milked about a cup. And I was like, if this is gonna be my summer, this not even worth me spending the 30 to 45 minutes to milk. And I really need to be in a bigger hurry. I was supposed to pick my parents up at between 9:30 and 10, and it is 9:23. And I'm gonna have a shower. So I needed to have hustled, but I didn't. That is pretty much our summer routine. At this point, I opened the gates. They just aren't doing a whole lot, guys, because it is so hot. Ani's out here sleeping. It's really not as bad today as it has been. The beginning of this week has been a little bit cooler, which I think is also why I got so sick with the food poisoning, because it's so super hot. We'll see you this evening. We're gonna get s'more sold, but there is Razorback baseball College World Series tonight, so who knows.